Hello, my name is Nicole Bieri, and I want to first and foremost thank you for this opportunity in having me here today. I am currently a sophomore studying Human Resource Management at Temple University. Now, asking me how to describe myself, I can walk you through my resume and explain how I led freshmen into their new transitions into their college career or work serving the community through many different service organizations. But those are things you already know. I want to better help you get to know the real me. To do this, I would like to discuss some values and visions. I have two very important values which I live by: being hardworking and being honest. I believe in putting 110% into everything, even if it is something as cleaning a room. If you do not put everything you have into something, then why bother doing it? Being hardworking is a great value to live and work by because it teaches you to be focused. Focus on the task at hand and completing that task to the best of your ability. Growing up playing basketball, we were always told to leave everything we have on the court, and this applies to all aspects of life. Being a hard worker also shows your skills to be team-oriented. Being faced with so many different team projects throughout my academic career, I have learned that being hardworking on a team only betters yourself and your work ethic. I once heard a quote by Michael Jordan, and it is a quote that I'll never forget. He stated, "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships." Even though Michael Jordan was talking about basketball, this statement holds true when working on any task or project. Being good at doing something can get you to a result, but putting forth a lot of determination, teamwork, and hard work will get you to the best result. Now to my second value, which is honesty. I was raised to always uphold the highest principles of honesty and integrity. Throughout my life, I've competed in so many different sports due to my drive to succeed. But not once did I take the shortcut to reach a finish line or victory. Finding out many of my competitors were dishonest about their victories really irked me because I knew how wrong they were. However, this only pushed me to work harder. Working at a family fun park over the past few summers with fellow coworkers around the same age as myself, and working with very little supervision has really helped me to learn to work with others in an environment where a lot of people act dishonestly. I hold myself true to these values, which I believe encompass me as a person, and show that I am willing to do whatever it takes for the company to succeed, but I will always do it in an honest fashion. In discussing a significant event in my life, I feel like this really builds off my first question in emphasizing my determination to be a hard worker. In middle school, I joined the school's cross-country team. I thought I was joining the track team, but boy was I wrong. I completed my first season, one can say, but barely. I came either last or second to last in every race and was just physically and mentally exhausted. However, once the first season was over and I had a taste of what cross country was actually about, I had one thing on my mind: becoming a better runner. I finally joined the actual track team in the spring to help me train for the next cross country season. As track ended, I continued running, not just because I wanted to be the best runner anymore, but because I was thoroughly enjoying it. The next season finally rolled around and no one knew what to expect, not even myself. Yet, surprising to myself, my coaches, my teammates, and my parents, my extra work had finally paid off, and I was in the top 8 best runners on the team. I was so proud of myself and just kept doing what I was doing. Freshman year approached, and it approached quite quickly. And Coach decided to keep us on the JV team because he knew we could be the best. We were midway through our undefeated season when I started feeling this agony in the top of my foot. I just let it go, however, because I didn't want to do anything to let my team down. I ran a couple more races until one race, my coach found me lying in the middle of a path and unable to move. I tore the tendons in the top of my foot and had to receive major surgery. A few months after my surgery, I was put into a physical rehabilitation program where they told me I would probably never be able to run again. Yet these doctors didn't know who they were dealing with. I finished therapy after track season had already ended, but no doctor could stop me from getting back to the level I left at. I slowly regained the strength in my foot to run again and started becoming what I thought was a better runner. The next 2 cross-country seasons were a struggle. I was moved up to varsity, and since coming off an injury in which I was told I could never run again, it was tough. I proved the doctors wrong, but I was not getting back to the level I was originally at, but trust me, I was trying. I began to realize I wasn't going to be able to be one of the best anymore, so I continued to try my hardest and put everything I had into the sport, but I started to become very supportive of my team and trying to help them become better runners. Finally, my senior year approached, and the coaches told me that themselves and my teammates chose me to serve as the captain. When I asked Coach why, he simply said, "Well, why not? Most people who are told they will never be able to run again just give up. But you did something any other student athlete wouldn't do. You proved them wrong, and that's the kind of person we want as our leader." He explained to me how I acted as a referent leader and to just keep doing what I was doing. This put my motivation over the edge, and I worked harder and harder than ever to help my teammates out, and in return, they helped me. I led new runners by example, teaching them the ins and outs of cross country. Yet, for me, my hard work didn't come full circle until my final race. I never was able to fully recover after the injury of my foot, but the final race of my career, I set a personal record. A record that doctors told me was never possible. A record that led my team to a district title. The most important thing I've learned so far in my academic career is how to be a business leader. To be a great business leader, you need to understand the company's culture and know the importance of it. Culture ultimately determines whether or not your business will succeed and grow. Culture is shaped by the values a company stands for and believes in. Being able to study a handful of businesses and their cultures really got me to realize its importance. If a company does not want to end up having 50% of their acquisitions fail due to culture, they need to take on the right employees to fit their culture and help them succeed. Recently, I read an article in the Wall Street Journal about Dynegy Energy and its roads to bankruptcy after the recession. The CEO is now in the process of fixing the company's culture to help the troubled business regrow. He explained how culture is a critical component of their long-term success, and the right culture can change to improve results. This shows how a company is revamping their culture to once again be on top. A second aspect of business I learned to succeed is how to be a leader. A leader is someone who influences goals based on the perceptions followers have of them. To be a great business leader, one needs to take into consideration the components of being a transformational leader. Transformational leaders challenge people to be creative, hold an idealized influence, are inspirational, and invest in their followers and take time to learn their needs and interests. We worked on a group assignment in which we marketed a highly successful musical icon through a social media site, Facebook, in my human resource management class. We got to work one-on-one with the skills we learned on being great leaders. Through the process, we had to work as a team, each taking on leadership roles for different steps of the project. Getting to work with such a diverse group of students really allowed for me to get a hands-on experience in understanding the needs of people and compiling their interests of everyone to help our group be the best we could be. Even though this project was small compared to the size of working in a large business like this one, I still had the chance to be on my feet and put my feet in the water and understand the importance of being a great business leader.